It's refreshment time, folks.
And welcome to the Frog Brothers Podcast. Tonight we are talking about the Ghostbusters Afterlife final trailer. It was released today. We're going to do a little bit of breakdown, talk about things about it, and just really kind of get up into the hype. So, like usual, we weren't planning on watching this trailer because everyone's like, hey, there's spoilers in it. And said spoilers showed up in our social media feeds. I particularly got spoiled, so if you haven't watched it yet, spoiler alert, we're going to talk about it. I saw the screen grab of the classic Ghostbusters on there, and I saw some quotes of text, basically what the Ghostbusters are saying at the end of that. Hey, you missed us, whatever. So at that point, I was like, well, may as well fucking watch the trailer. And I saw it was only a minute long, so I figured it's just kind of like a hype trailer for TV. So I took the plunge.
You did it first.
I did. Last time I think you had done it first, right?
Yeah. Because I had seen too much. I knew it was in it already, so I was like, I need to see this now.
Well, that's what I saw. I saw enough, and I was like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to be pissed if I keep scrolling and doing it. I was like, I may as well just embrace it. Now, that is the one thing, like, right, with us being a podcast, we can't just say, hey, we're going to just block the words Ghostbusters from your feeds on everything like you can. Because everyone's like, oh, it's easy to avoid spoilers if you do X, Y, and Z. Well, X, Y, and Z
don't be a jerk.
doesn't work for our business model. So,
Yeah.
let's get into it. So the first part of this trailer...
Yeah, it's basically the little shot from the teaser that we saw all those years ago at this point.
unexpectedly announced in January of 2019, the little teaser clip of the...
2.5 years ago.
Pretty much, yeah. So we got the shot going through the yard to the barn to see the ecto in there, which I love how they reuse that again.
Yeah.
To kind of show that in there because it's... Obviously, that's not going to be in the movie because they've rebuilt a new set for
I would
that.
love if they figured out a way to put it in there somehow, though. I don't care. I love the shot. It's beautiful.
It was so well done. That trailer was... that teaser was so made so tastefully that it's like, yeah, just...
It good. Trailer good.
Trailer good. Don't mind my lack of words and expressions.
I was in the wrong soundboard. Otherwise, I would have been able to say
Yeah, you do see how this might make us look bad, right?
sooner.
Uh-oh.
All the
With
other
an answer
people.
the call. You're
Yeah.
going to piss some people off with that one.
I like to troll. We like to troll. I need to get that from Donald Trump as a sound clip. We like to troll.
We like to troll.
Yes, so after we get that scene, we get a lot of video we've already seen before, right? Most of the clips are pretty run-of-the-mill, just recut. There's a few extended pieces here and there and some stuff
Well,
like that.
a lot of the stuff that we've seen, too, I haven't watched a lot of, like, if we've seen clips and bits of it. So, like Gruberson and Phoebe with the trap, we saw a little bit more of that. Like we've been seeing in the TV spots. I've seen screen grabs of that stuff, but I haven't been watching it. I would scroll past it immediately when it comes up. So,
And the things I've noticed on that, like you see Gruberson's wearing like tinted safety glasses, right? And they've got the battery terminals hooked up to either the car that the trap is sitting on or that bus that's sitting right by it. Don't really know where those jumper cables are going, but it basically tells you that the ghost traps need a high energy source as well. And Gruberson's there to kind of help with that. So I do appreciate kind of seeing some of that there that shows that he's really can back his science.
yeah. A big noticeable thing is the Bug-Eye Ghost, which we already saw kind of, I think,
You
in the
see
last
a
one.
very brief
briefly,
clip of
but-
him. Yeah, the bug-eyed ghost. It could be a her, could be a they, them, their, whatever, right? It's bug-eyed ghost.
Yeah.
Awesome to see a vintage toy come to life in a movie as a new monster. So, and I you know, that's kind of fan service there in some stuff. So people are like, well, there's too much fan. You know, if you're not a fan, like a diehard fan like we are, you're not going to notice that. So just enjoy it.
A child.
So that was a fun scene too, and it was a pretty good clip. And then there's another clip of Phoebe looking for Muncher wearing the pack inside. If you go back to the very first regular trailer for Afterlife, you kind of see, I don't know if it's like a warehouse or whatever it is, but you see Muncher in there for the first time. And then in this, you kind of see a little bit more of that scene. It's that same kind of surroundings there and kind of Phoebe in there with the proton pack. So that was pretty cool. Another big noteworthy mention in this bit was Muncher, and it's a little bit later on in the 1 minute clip, right? Where you see Muncher spitting what appears to be bullets out or like machine gun firing. I'm assuming metal, junk, and trash he's consumed just from being Muncher. That's his name. Spitting that out. So
He likes to eat.
which is pretty interesting because we've seen dangerous ghosts before, right? Like Slimer gets Venkman, not trying to kill or end the world or whatever, right? Slimer's just being Slimer. And then we see that obviously Muncher's a little more threatening just because if he's going to spit those things at you, technically those projectiles could kill you. So I like how the stakes have been upped a little bit there, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of fun, and it's at the Ecto.
If I wrote this movie, children would die. It's a good thing I'm not in charge. Thank you, Jason Reitman.
Yes. Thanks.
He didn't take my rewrites into consideration. I should really get back to him about that. But
Yeah. And obviously the big fucking money shot, like on your face, like on your knees, like doe-eyed looking up at the projection of the movie.
basically, they gave us the shot that we all want, is to be on our knees in front of the Ghostbusters.
Yeah. And like they basically just give you like their crotch and hands, right? It's
Exactly. It's like you're on your knees in front of them, waiting for them to be like, you're waiting for that scene in Ghostbusters. Bom, bom, tsh, doom, and then, you know, going cross-eyed. And
You're waiting for the blowjabs, you see.
Yeah, waiting for the Stay Puft marshmallow fluff to come out of the 50-pound bags from the rooftops onto your face.
basically, I want to be like Walter Peck and just covered and drenched in that shit.
Yeah, he was, man. Like Walter Pecker.
He would be
Pecker.
great on blacked.com.
Walter Pecker. You think he's in this? I haven't really thought about him at all, but I just wondered. You think he's in here at all?
If he is, it's probably, I bet fan service, people have been saying there's a lot of fan service. And if we do see him, it's going to be small, like on a background in a TV or something where he's talking about the implications of the earthquakes or something that are happening there, or something weird.
He's going to act like he's an expert. He'll probably be like on a talk show.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying, like
I'm
on the
an expert.
news.
I was there in 1984, and like the government tried to, like
They caused an explosion!
and it landed on my face.
You can have it your way, Dr. Bankman.
You know, I realize our impersonation of Peck there almost kind of sounds like Cameron and Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Rooney!
Rooney!
It's the same kind of like voice. Yeah, but you get that classic shot of the Ghostbusters there, and you're like, okay, they're all suited up, wearing the OG gear, and people are like, the packs aren't modded at all. Yeah, you can't say that. You can't see the back of the pack, but what we're assuming is that they're using regular packs, right? I think that's pretty much a no-brainer.
Yeah.
At least on them, right? We've seen other modded, newer equipment in the other trailer, the last one that we broke down. If you haven't,
The way they
checked that
frame
out.
the shots, too, it makes it look like the Ecto one's pulling up and they're getting out, but that's not what's happening there, I don't think.
No, it's
the Ecto
very
one's already
intentional.
there.
Yeah, and that was pretty cool. And then there's a pretty good shot in there of Carrie Coon standing next to McKenna Grace, and like McKenna's got this like great big smile on her face while Carrie's like looking terrified at something. So, which almost has like those Egon vibes, like where she's really enthusiastic. It's like almost a fearful smile, right? You're like so excited about something. You're like, oh, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm gonna die.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! Oh, Jesus!
Yeah.
God. Oh, Mary, Mother of Jesus! Jesus of Nazareth!
And that trailer ends on such a high note. It's like, holy fuck.
Yeah. There's also minis, more mini puffs in the Ecto, it looks like, hanging out in the window. So it looks like some of them
Yes.
are just like kept as pets, basically.
The other thing I will
Not
say
like actually,
that I
but you know
love
what I mean,
about
like
this
they're going to hang out for a while.
is the evolution of the trailers and footage we've seen is how good those mini puffs have looked over time. Like the first time I saw them, I was like,
I was
okay.
too. I was like, the effects aren't all the way there on this.
Yeah, I was like, the shadowing looks kind of off. Obviously the figure models and stuff looks great, but pretty interesting. So it's fun to see them in there, and they're so small they can pop up everywhere, I think, which is going to be great because
There's so many goddamn sailor hats in this room. It's fucking ridiculous if I look around.
all the Stay Puffs you have in here. Let's see. Yeah, I got the whole. Too many to count.
The Playmobil, the other, what is that? That's a Hasbro one, I guess. That's the Hasbro Kenner one. The other new Hasbro one. There's the big puffed one out there, the puffy one, the stuffed one. And there's one on the marshmallow packaging.
If you don't know what Alex is talking about, you'll have to check out the toy room tour that he's done of the VHS rental store that we are sitting in.
Yes.
So
correct.
let us know what your thoughts on this final trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife are.
Also, we didn't bring up the fact, two things. Bill Murray,
Oh, yeah,
Peter
yeah. The
Venkman.
most important thing possible.
Peter Venkman is wearing a wedding ring.
Yes. Very
Stevie.
apparent.
This is a wedding ring. Independence Day reference, anyone? In your Ghostbusters trailer breakdown? That's what we need. That's what you're here for.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought you said you was going to pull the whole thing. What does he say? I
don't
can't remember.
Yeah, I'd have to worry. It's classic speech, but I
thought you said you were going to put the whole thing off. Jasmine, she has a thing for dolphins.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's my Will Smith impression. Don't cancel me for it.
No, that's terrible.
But
But-
he's wearing a wedding ring.
That's one other point, though. Like, we have yet
You think
to
he's
see...
married to Lewis?
I hope so.
I hope so, too.
Fucking 2021. Why wouldn't he be?
I would be.
Yeah.
He needs a wife, doesn't he?
If you could fucking marry Rick Moranis, fucking why wouldn't you?
I need a reaction that's like a ooh. So when I make a terrible joke, because I just said he needs a wife, like.
I mean, you could be the husband.
His wife died of cancer.
Yeah, I know.
pretty
It's dark. It's dark.
Oh.
You know how much I sacrificed?
So then we also get the theme song in there,
Yes, the classic theme song.
which in regards to him having a ring on, obviously everybody's wondering if he's married to Dana. I'm gonna say now that he probably is.
After Ghostbusters 2, I would like to think that they figured out a way to seal the deal because... Now, here's the thing I think is going to piss a lot of people off. I'm going to say it right now.
He said he would get himself into shape by the year 2000. It is 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been together for 21 years. This movie takes place in 2019, maybe.
I don't know if they said when it takes place. So.
Well, I'm just saying, relatively, you would think it 2020 maybe, if that's
Yeah.
the original release.
So maybe he did get unscheduled then. Maybe, and that'd be hilarious. if
Or
they
maybe
said-
this takes place in like 2006 or something weird,
The only thing I would say that would throw that off would be YouTube. And
Oh,
have to
correct.
See if the
But
YouTube
no, YouTube-
formatting, the YouTube formatting as far as the previews and
True,
stuff go.
but literally Adam Savage has over 10-year-old videos on YouTube, so it could still even be 2010.
Oh, yeah.
Just so they could save face with the aging of characters and stuff. But that wouldn't even make sense, I guess.
You wouldn't need to because they can just be the age they are in real life. It's easy.
Well, still, let's talk about this real quick while I have you here.
Well, you have me here.
Carrie Coon's age. Is she supposed to be Egon's daughter? Or is she supposed to be potentially married to the son?
That's the one thing I'm not really sure on yet.
That's going to be my guess because I don't think her age lines up right unless Egon abandoned a child or got a woman randomly pregnant.
Well, and I think some of that could be this story, is that why she doesn't know him very well. But that doesn't make sense because...
That'd be weird if Egon was like the kind of guy that just nuts and leaves. And it's like, I don't know if I have any kids. Fuck, I don't wear condoms and I nut in so many people.
He's the type, though, as an intellectual, he might just say, you know what, I'm going to put all these people at risk if I stay, so I'm just going to leave and just fucking be an asshole about it by thinking he's doing the right thing while really tearing these people apart emotionally.
And then he switches to anal only because you can't get butts pregnant. Welcome to the Frog Brothers podcast.
I guess if you tore through, you could possibly...
Jesus.
Hey, you went there. I'm just fucking doing some science
All I
here.
did was go to anal. That's not that severe.
But tearing through is?
Yeah.
Why?
We're going through to the other side.
That's what Gozer did.
I guess. We were talking about something else that was interesting that was actually relevant before this, and I don't remember what. Oh, Carrie Coon's age.
But she could play a lot of age, right? She could be 35 to 45, so whatever.
But I just mean, okay, so
if you're
Ghostbusters
going-
2, 1989, you can say she was born in 1990 if you want.
You could say she
That's
was
how
born
old I
between the-
am.
You could say she was born any time after the first movie, and they just never talked about her in the second movie because she didn't make sense to the plot.
You could, but that would be forcing it, I think.
I don't know. I mean, it could be either way. They've got to explain it somehow. I don't.
I'm
We're
just
gonna
saying
know-
that's an interesting thing of discussion. I don't think that she is Egon's daughter. I think that
Yeah.
she's married Egon's
Son.
Yeah. Or I don't know, maybe not. And he's dead too, maybe already. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting because otherwise, I was born in 91 and I am not as old as Carrie Coon.
Correct.
So
I was born in 84, and Carrie Coon's older than me. So
yeah. And I'm not saying she looks bad or anything. She looks great for her age. And like you said, she could play a little bit younger, but that's still just messes with the time a little bit, unless you're going to be like, Egon is a absent father.
I think that's the route they're going for, though. But the thing that doesn't make sense, though...
I mean, later in life, I think possibly something like that, but I just didn't think it was like right away where like he just literally didn't ever know the kids.
It's hard to say because, I mean, we got that clip of Janine talking to Carrie in the farmhouse, so...
And Egon's gone like full hermit. It looks like looks like sort of a big turtle in an overcoat with a big beard.
And my assumption is that, he's trying to protect everybody, so he's not telling anybody what's going on because he's just doing his thing, right? Assuming there's a cult of Gozer worshippers still living in that town.
Well, in less than a week, we will know.
Yeah, in case you didn't know...
Literally about however exactly a week is from now, we will be like crying.
And about a week from today, we are going to be in New York City in the premiere watching this movie. So, we should be 11:30 New York time. So, we'll be about a bunch of bawling grown men getting ready to podcast from a hotel.
Yeah, panicking and asking people in the hotel, random people, if they have weed on them. You know, that kind of thing.
I mean, you might, but I'm just going to do me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about me. Because I'm going to need to smoke after that, but I'm not going to be able to, so I'll probably just have to, like, get some booze. Have a drink and be able to cool the nerves.
Yep. So if you are going to be at the New York premiere and you see us, say hi. We're going to have some goodies to give out. So we're excited to meet everybody in the community again. We met a bunch of people at FanFest, but that was pre-podcast. So if you recognize these ugly mugs, say hi. And subscribe and like if you're not already, and we'll see you soon.